Thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity. I became the chair of this committee a couple of years ago, and there was nothing going in coaching. And the coaches are the guys who make a sport or break a sport. If you don't have a passion amongst them, if you don't instill some interest, if you don't make it lively and worthwhile for them, then your sport is going to lose. We had a little bit of a slow start, but it's picking up now nicely. And the number of coaches and the quality of the presentations that the level 3s did here, the level of the speakers that we had here, everything contributes towards getting these coaches to understand what it's about, because many of them are inexperienced and it's not their fault, it's the fault of the system. But we need to help them to overcome that by passion and by being active and by giving them opportunities, getting inputs, getting information, disseminating that to them. And I also need to say, I must say thank you very much to ASA for their contribution towards this, for making it possible, for supporting our committee, for trusting in our subcommittee, and for seeing the worth of the coaches. Understanding that if we can get the coaches motivated and up and going and fed with information, we will not only win 3 gold medals at the next, we will win much more. There's something else that needs to be done, and I'm also working on that, and we will get to that, and that is development in rural areas. Not taking kids out of the rural areas and putting in the great colleges and the Afrikaans boys and those kinds of things. Developing them and their coaches in the rural areas, getting them to these symposiums so that they can also grow. Because you must develop the areas, you must develop the whole country, not just certain spots in the country. And that's one of our future dreams. But this is a beginning, this is a start. And also bringing in a guy like Ralph Mouchbahani, who's a world-class guy, and he's really wowed the people. But those are the kinds of things. We need to expend a little bit of money to get these boys in, because it costs a little bit of money. But that's the way, it's a good investment in the sport. Right, because of the history, there was a lull in development in the athletics. But because of the new approach of ASA, the energy coming from ASA, I mean, if you listen to what the president said and in the opening, the message that he gave, the full support, it's a new start. We're in the blocks again. We've forgotten about the 100 meters that we've run. We're starting a new one, and we're going for a world record. We're not just going to win. We're going for a world record now. If you want to get that, you need to instill energy into the athletes. And in order to instill energy into the athletes, you need to get the coaches to do that, because they are the people who charge the batteries. And we get the support from ASA, which makes it fantastic. I've spoken to Richard here, and everything that I've proposed, he said, go on, do it. You, the committee, develop the coaches, get them there for us again. And with that attitude and that approach, yes, within 5 years from now, we're going to be one of the best athletic countries in the world.
Okay, my name is Ralph Mouchbahani. I'm from Germany. I had the honor to be invited here to the Coaches Conference, to the symposium here in Bloemfontein by ASA and the Coaches Association. The reason, or what is important in coaching, is seeing the development in ASA, seeing as well being ranked 3rd in the world. I think it is very interesting to be part of such a development, to be part of helping ASA to develop their coaches so that they've got the level for the coming years as well of coaches who will support a bigger number of athletes in developing to that overall ranking moving upwards. And what is, I think, very important as well is that this creates a base for coaches. That means there will be further athletes coming in the coming years, and there will be dealing with coaches which have a certain level and which are able to support that rise, that movement, that development towards the top. And so by being here, being able to help and being able to give and to share whatever expertise and information I've got is a big pleasure and is an honor. So the importance ASA is giving to the coaches' development is crucial, and I think that is one of the best things they could have done or they can do, is because athletes depend basically on quality coaching, and quality coaching is in straight link to the quality of education you give to the coaches, to be able to implement, to be able to pass the knowledge to their athletes so that the quality of the performances will rise and will move upwards. From a general perspective, there is no doubt that the better the coaches are educated, the more you will have these type of conferences give a base, a broad base to the coaching development, but at the same time, workshops, clinics, whatever you might add on will help to implement that knowledge onto the ground to be able to resolve whatever problems, challenges they are facing and to get the results they want. That is, I think, a very good strategy, and it's a very important strategy from an ASA perspective to sort of bet on the coaches' development, to secure the athletes' development at the same time. The higher the level will rise, the more you will have to have qualified coaches. So it's not enough to have coaches, the importance is to have qualified coaches. And by doing this, addressing this in this way, you will certainly achieve whatever results, goals, objectives you have set yourself. The coach's development in a structured way from level 1, 2 or 3 is giving the coaches the broad knowledge to address basically all the levels. Once I'm at level 3, that means I am part of the educational process as well. That means education of those coaches who are level 1 or level 2. So by being wherever I am, wherever I'm coaching, wherever I'm sharing my knowledge again as a coach, means at the same time I'm supporting the coach's development. So wherever, if you coach in not ideal circumstances or environments like an HPC or a top managed club, the quality of the coaching is strongly dependent on the quality of your education and the quality of implementing that education onto the ground. So I believe that coaching development with these different levels is a two-way or a two-pathway. Is first of all being able to coach myself better, but at the same time to be part of the development and be that multiplicator for the coach's education, and to share this one with those coaches who are still on their way or are upcoming or are uprising or are just coming into coaching.